Reginald Joseph Leach is a retired Canadian professional ice hockey player who played 13 years in the NHL for the Boston Bruins, California Golden Seals, the Philadelphia Flyers, and the Detroit Red Wings. He's best known for his time in Philadelphia, winning a Stanley Cup with the Flyers back in 1975 and being a member of the LCB line. Reggie, back in 1950, you were born in Rivington, Manitoba, member of the Barons River First Nation, and at the age of 13, you were first noticed by an NHL scout. Go from there, Reggie. Tell us your transition from growing up in Rivington to being drafted by the Bruins back in 1970.
Well, it's a long time ago, and I remember getting scouted at a very early age, and by the time I was 13 years old, I was good enough to play, and at that time, Bantam, midget, juvenile, and senior hockey. So I got the chance to play with the senior hockey team, and senior hockey teams travels to bigger cities or bigger places in Manitoba at the time, and I guess one of the scouts must have seen me play in one of the senior games, and that's basically how I got scouted.
Let's go back to 1976, the infamous LCB line. That was you, Bobby Clarke, and Bill Barber. That must have been quite an error for you.
Well, it was actually, unbelievable. I got to play with the two best players in the world at that time, Billy Barber and Bobby Clarke. So it's, our year was unbelievable. The year that we had, I'm not sure how many goals we scored in that one year, 141 or 150 or someplace around there. But it was one of those years that we clicked, and I played with them for a long time, so it was a really good year for everybody.
Junior beat Flin Flon Bombers. Stories still emerge today about that team. You were hard to play against. You and Bobby Clarke had amazing chemistry. What was your bond with Bobby like back then?
Well, I think it all started off. I met Bobby at a very, very young age. I was only 16 years old at the time, and we, we've been friends ever since junior hockey. And, I got to play with him for 3 years in a row in Flin Flon, and it took me a while to get to the Philadelphia Flyers, but I got there sooner or later. But our bond together, even today, is the same as when we were playing junior hockey. We're very good friends, and, we keep in touch all the time. And it's one of those chemistries that you can't replace.
May 6, 1976, 5 goals in a single playoff game against the Boston Bruins. Also winning the Stanley Cup back in 1975. Reggie, what was the highlight of your career?
Well, I think the highlight of my career was, I have a few. Winning the Stanley Cup was mainly one of my biggest ones. And then, watching my son play his first National Hockey League game with Pittsburgh, and you have so many memories. You go back, and you always have a top 10 in your life. And one of my top 10s would have been playing in the 2010 Outdoor Classic in Philadelphia.
Exactly. And what was that experience like for you?
What? That was unbelievable because you go out there, you're playing in front of 50,000 fans, and I can recall one time and there at the game, and you come in after the warm-up, you go walk, and you come into the dressing room, and you walk through the doors, and to the left you see the players that started in the 60s, then the 70s, 80s. We were like a horseshoe. The dressing room was like a horseshoe, and you can see each era of all the players that represented the Philadelphia Flyers, and it was unbelievable.
One thing I really like about you, Reggie, is that, you appear at many native hockey tournaments right across Canada, and there's been a... Not only do you like to teach, kids about hockey, but you like to teach kids about, life skills as well.
Well, I think that's the most important. Hockey is just a stepping stone for a lot of players that play the game, and that's what I found with myself is that at my age right now, hockey got me into a lot of doors, and right now I use that hockey experience that I got by teaching the kids on the ice, but also very important teaching them off the ice the life skills that you need to be to be a good citizen and go out and do all the right things. And it's all. I always tell the kids, choices. Whatever choice you make in life, good or bad, you own those choices. Nobody else. Don't blame your parents. Don't blame the coaches. Don't blame everybody else when you make a mistake. You got to be responsible for your own actions.
All right, let's talk about your book, My Life, the Riverton Rifle. How did it come about, Reggie, and some of the topics you talk about in it?
You know what? It's that I've been thinking about it for years and years, and there's a lot of hockey books out that came out over the last 5 or 6 years, and what I wanted to do is I wanted to come out with a book that was a teaching book, and my book is mainly on the 7 grandfather teachings, and the book is actually dedicated to my grandkids and to all the young kids in the First Nation communities and all across Canada.
Reggie, an absolute pleasure talking with you this afternoon.
Good. Thank you very much.